Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking all things concealers. I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 and I'm super stoked because 4 out of 5 of these are actually from the drugstore, which excites me greatly because I love to save money. I don't like to buy products that are too expensive when I don't need to, when there are drugstore alternatives that will see me right. And yeah, I'm really stoked with this selection, so I'm just going to get started with my most recent addition to my collection, which comes from the collection, and this is the Lasting Perfection Concealer. Everybody and their mum owns this concealer and raves about it. I heard from this from my friend Alice. She uses it all the time and absolutely swears by it, so I thought I would give it a whirl. The only thing is, I find this to be a little bit thick in its consistency, so it's not the easiest to blend, but the fact that you get such amazing coverage definitely outweighs that. The coverage that you get with this is insane. If you have blemishes or redness or any kind of skin ailment that you want to zap away, this is fantastic because it will literally cover anything. It's really thick and really, it just has such an oomph to it, and I really do like it. I have this in the shade number 4, which is dark. It suits me really well. It's not something that I would recommend for under eye circles because I find it not quite illuminating enough for that, but if you want to cover something like redness, blemishes, that kind of thing, then this is your jam. Just be prepared to blend it out, but I really do like it, and I think from the drugstore this is a solid gold offering. So I'm going to talk about my absolute favourite, and I know a lot of you guys will be expecting this, but this is Maybelline, the Anti-Age, the Eraser. I love this so much. I cannot tell you how much I love this concealer, and this is my most bought product of all time. Like, if there's any product that I've constantly repurchased when it comes to makeup, it is this. I must have bought about 15 of these in my lifetime, which I've not bought any other product that many times. So that for me just really does show just how much I love it and how I find it irreplaceable in my collection. I adore it. This is great for blemishes, it's also great for under eye circles. It's just an all-encompassing fantastic concealer. The coverage is amazing, the longevity of it, how it blends, the finish, the colour. I just adore it so much, and I feel like if you're looking for a decent all-rounder that on most days can just replace your foundation, if you're just looking for a lighter skin day and you want to cover up a bit of darkness, a few blemishes, this is your jam. It is so good. It's about $7.99. It's totally worth that price because it's incredible. The only downside to it is the applicator gets a little bit gross, but to be honest with you, I'm the only one that uses it, so it doesn't bother me in the slightest. But I know a lot of people, that is their main gripe with it, but it doesn't really bother me too much because I love it so damn much. So yeah, definitely my favourite. You guys know I love that glow, I love that ethereal brightness when it comes to my complexion. I definitely do use concealers that help with that. I also have 2 small children that don't let me sleep, so I opt for the Bourjois Radiance Reveal Concealer when my eyes are looking a little bit dull. I do not use this or recommend this for blemishes because it's a highlighting concealer, but I definitely use this to correct and to eliminate and banish under eye circles, and I think it works perfectly for that. It's a beautiful in-between cream to gel formula, absolutely gorgeous. It's very creamy and very blendable and rich and hydrating and plumps up that area, fills in any creases. It's just incredible. I love it. I dot this on wherever I want a bit of highlight. I even sometimes use it on the tops of my cheekbones when I want a bit of brightness, and I love it. It's a beautiful colour. The only thing about this is it oxidizes slightly and it goes a light shade of pink, which I don't really mind because under the eye area, you know, that will counter and that's okay. But it does dry a little bit pink, and I only noticed that when I compared it to the Bourjois Healthy Mix. I'm going to link any videos where I've talked about these and applied them on camera down below in a review video, but I love this so much. But just be warned that it does dry slightly pink, but it doesn't bother me in the slightest, and that is a very slight pink. Like, it's not noticeable. I only really noticed it when I compared it, but I love this so much, so definitely recommend it if you want something that's nice and brightening. So moving on to the Healthy Mix Concealer. I love this. Again, it's beautiful. I feel like Bourjois are fantastic when it comes to their bases and their concealers. They really do give us good stuff, and this is no exception. This is an anti-fatigue, so again it has that brightening element, but it's not quite as highlighty as the Radiance Reveal. If you want something that's just, again, a little bit more all-encompassing, this one you can actually use for blemishes as well because it's not so highlighty, but it will give you that brightness under the eyes. You do not need to own both. If you want something that's all-encompassing that you want to use on spots, redness and under eyes, go for this one. If you're more concerned about your under eye circles but you don't really have blemishes and you want that brightness, then I would go for the Radiance Reveal. But But I love this. This is definitely a lighter texture and it dries true to colour, so this does not oxidize at all on me, so it's very, very authentic. I love the shade. I have the Radiance Reveal in the shade 2 because I wanted it to be brighter, and I have this in the shade 3 which is dark, and that works pretty well for me. But I love this, and this also contains fruit therapy, so it's very enriching for the skin, very feeding, hydrating, and I love it. I think it's beautiful, and again you can use this on blemishes, which I wouldn't recommend with some of the others, so I love that. And I love the applicator of these as well. Really, really nice, really smooth, really precise, so yeah, I love that. And finally, the oldest concealer in my collection, not literally, I just mean I've not had this for like years and years, I've just been using it for years and years, and it is the Nars stick concealer. I don't actually know what this is called. Is it the creamy concealer? No, I think that's the one with the applicator. This is the stick concealer, but I absolutely love this, and this is just my fail-safe concealer, one that I know if I'm going to be having photographs or if I'm going to film and I want to cover something, if I have a badass blemish that I just want to zap away, I will use this. This is kind of like my big guns, and the formula is beautiful. And where this kind of dominates the rest is that the Nars shade selection when it comes to their concealers is definitely fantastic. That's one thing that the drugstore needs to improve on, is their shade selections when it comes to concealers, because they tend to be in like light, medium and dark, which I find quite limiting. Nars really do have like a rainbow of colours, and they're absolutely beautiful. The formula of this is fantastic, super creamy. I would definitely say this is more geared to blemishes, however you can use it under the eye, but I feel like it would kind of be a bit of a waste, because for me this is just something that I would use if I have something that I really wanted to conceal. But I had this in the shade medium custard, and I love it, and I feel like the packaging with Nars products is just beautiful as well. So guys, that's it. That's my 5 top concealers, and again I'm super stoked that 4 out of 5 of them have come from the drugstore. I hope that this is giving you some inspiration, or showed you that you don't really have to spend tons of money when it comes to wanting no under eye circles, less blemishes and all that kind of thing. I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it useful and found something you want to try. I will link them all down below, along with the shades that I wear as well, and any videos or blog posts that are relevant to this video I will link, so make sure you check out the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and of course if you're new, hey, I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!